Hello, Nigeria. Every Sunday night, Newsline a winning soul of our nation, telling us the travel beyond place and people into purpose and pride. Tonight is not an exception as we bring you reports from the echoes of history to the heartbeat of today. The returned not in chains, but in celebration across oceans and time. The door of return opened once again in Badagry, welcoming home the of Africa's scattered dream. From the soul of the nation's capital, we climbed to the peak of Katampi Hill, where Nigeria stands at its very center, breathing. And from the highways of Europe to the Africa, lone returns, a woman of courage, rewriting the map of determination. This is Newsline, and I'm Omori. Welcome. We'll begin with the news of the day. Security matters, 6 governor committee set up by President Bola Tinubu to assess the conditions of the nation's security training institutions across the country says it is hitting the ground running immediately to achieve the task within the time frame given at this month's meeting of the National Economic Council. A member of the committee, Governor Abdullahi Suli of Nasarawa State, a guest on NT's weekly program, activities around the presidency called Executive Recap, says the committee led by Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State values the importance and urgency attached to the assignment towards enhancing the welfare and condition of service of the Nigeria police.
It is just to identify what is each of them are dilapidated. If you look at the one in Ikeja, for instance, you can see the standard of that. Is it up to the standard of what a training, that will train the kind of we can for? Or first thing is, for what does it take to be, a standard quality training institute, and then now to look at what we have now, and now to recommend what it will take, to do that. I think it's a very simple, straightforward, and I'm happy that the committee is actually the immediate pass.
Sule also comments on the changes to the leadership of the Nigerian Armed Forces.
If you look at most who have been there, the Chief of Air Staff, the rest, they are all people also who are hands-on. So I think I don't see anything wrong, and anything wrong with the officers, a general also has done, he did his, he has attended our Nigerian government. He shared with us, attended another meeting, of the Northern, twice. And so I think all of them seem to be people who have contributed, and it's time to move on, to keep certain people in position for too long. That's the way I see it.
Is Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State. Now, for more on the interview, stay tuned to the NTA as Executive Recap airs on the network service at 10:30 tonight. Let's talk mining. Solid Minerals Development Minister Delia largest their investment stakes in Nigeria's solid minerals sector following positive reform promise higher returns. At this year's China Mining Conference in Tianjin, Alake impressed his host with reforms, including the mining marshals and the mines monitoring project, which were aimed to protect licensed miners and curtail illegal mining. He cited upgrades in technology to ease business and processing applications to remove remote transactions. Reviewing the Chinese mining business, that investment lithium processing alone grossed $1 billion since September 2023. A kind of understanding signed by President Bola Tinubu during the state visit in September 2024 have led to substantial investment commitments. Alake, who reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to strengthen continental cooperation in mineral exploration and reporting standards, reiterated plans to strengthen regional centers of excellence in geoscience mining expand the role of the Sales Development and the SMDF AFC in supporting early-stage exploration and risking investments. In other news, Nigeria has accepted to host the African block of the Nationalities of the International Press Institute. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, gave the indication during a meeting in Vienna, Austria, with the IPI board, the executive director, board member representing Nigeria, Africa, Rahim Adedoyin. Assistant on media says IPI board approved the creation of regional blocks of communities as really regional interests within the global IPI, although no IPI secretary All Progressives Congress says its attention has been drawn to and other related activities in activities made for authorized was neither made nor authorized be disregarded. President Bola Tinubu congratulates Cultural Ambassador Oluwaye, a veteran journal and public relations guru, on his 75th. Oluwaye, who is also an author, began his journalism career at the defunct paper and later Broadcasting Corporation, which later became the Nigerian Television Authority, Badon. The president commends the celebrant's professionalism, integrity, hard work when he served for 4 governors in Old Oyo State as of service as Corporate Affairs Manager of Oldwa Company. More good health and renewed strength for the celebrant. Now, the aim of one star has banned customs. For example, the new Bahindin Bagudo, district head of Bagudo in Kebbi State. Jafar Yusuf Ilo reports that he was the band at Abdul's pardon in Kebbi.
Of ACG Mohammed Sambo, as district head of Bagudo, is coming after all bias of the Dimas. Although ACG Dangala Dimas was after because he was still
challenging and prayer. May we all find in our guidance.
The celebrity for the development of Agro district and Gondu Emirate as a
And by the grace of God, what you are saying, Bagudo, we are going to continue. We stop. I have no place down. I have no country down in Nigeria.
The representative of the Commissioner of Customs and Custom of family friends at the ceremony.
We extend our gratitude to everyone who traveled from far and near to attend this. We wish you a safe journey back home and success in all yours.
He is honest. At the same time, he has fear of God in his mind.
Khalil joined in the customs service in 1990 as a cadet superintendent of customs. He served in various capacities, including Mohammed Airport and import and export under tariff and trade roller at Cortes, Kaduna, and assistant. He retired on 31st, 2025 after a career marked by dedication and service to Nigeria. NTA News.
From confirming troops of Operation Hardin Kai have neutralized 10 more terrorist encounter along the Gambaro-Dikwa market space, eliminating 15 soldiers in the area of Borno and Yobe states. A statement information officer of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Kai, Lieutenant combat also and into Gambaro, engaging them in a successful ambush that led to rifles, 1 PK, 3 locally made guns, fabricated pistols, bicycles, radio, among other items recovered. High Command commends the troops for bravery and efficiency. Away from security, in a touching show of solidarity, Vice President Kashim Shettima and other prominent Nigerians have paid tributes to St. Jack, president of Belema Oil Group, following the passing of his uncle, Dr. Harrison Tiger, a paternal figure whose influence shaped much of his life. The gestures of condolence reflect the deep sense of camaraderie and humanity among Nigerian leaders. Kufan Shaji brings us this detail.
Of Belema Oil Group, TN Jack Rich, is the condolences from Nigerians and friends across the world. His uncle, Harris Tiger, who described Rich as a good humanity and deserving of celebration. Moments of
so I want to thank you for coming. Coming here to honor me on account of the demise of my elder uncle who was like a father to me. On behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our heartfelt condolences. Be rest assured that the President highest will recognize you. Continue to celebrate and will support.
Including ambassadors and associates from within the country.
To express my condolences to Jack Rich, his dear brother, who was that for us to express our solidarity in this moment. I am here to condolences to Excellency.
Visibly moved by the solidarity, Jack expresses gratitude, praying that the legacy of his late uncle to inspire service and unity. All.
To thank Mr. President for sending the vice on the demise of my uncle, her father. Thank him for coming despite a busy schedule. Today is a great outcome, not just for the believers in the movement of our party.
The visits were marked by solemn prayers for the report of Dr. Harris Tiger.
Sports, some young women have been winning lately. Let's now hear Adeleye, a sportsman.
You're very the Eagles recorded a massive victory.
That's
over.
Good to know.
All right. Let's begin with included Federation introduced some new leadership that's retained. The Nigeria Tennis Federation and the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, Victor Oche, and on with renewed vision.
I want to have petitions in Nigeria, and with the that we have now, it will not be business as usual.
We are here to uplift tennis, Nigeria, to ensure that tennis will be one of everybody will hold in higher esteem, and people are willing to come out and see it grow.
A new development that will usher in credible leadership into the sports federations. So the exercise has been very smooth.
Now, let's talk football. Premier Football Stars, as far as Champions League is concerned, by Mamelodi Sundowns. The South African Giants had beaten Remo Stars in the first leg with no victory. against the Stars. Now, let's return home and let you know that the Nigeria Premier Football League win as cannot appeal. Nasarawa United still remain top despite not playing opponents. Remo Stars Continental against in Aba was in second position after a 2-0 win over Barra. Warri Wolves defeated Bayelsa United to keep them in contention for the top 4. Away to which is a 39 club, Kralis. 0 win, 4 points clear. Park Aston Villa dealt a big blow on Manchester City title with a ending their game unbeaten. Also deserved 2-0 win over struggling Nottingham 3-0 to Madrid defeat 2-1 in the El Clasico earlier.
Thank you, sorry, for the updates. And that's the news segment after the break.
Never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels behind the vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodinma's leadership, transformations that feels like a miracle. Peace to River Audience are watching. In economy, the change visible. New roads emerge. Industry homes, communities, a digital solution, making each year to the future. As Orashi rises, so of a heart in people. New Emo is eyes.
The forum, former deputy governor announces a national conference holding as follows. Date Tuesday 28th to Wednesday 29th October. Time 9 a.m. daily. Venue Ladikwali Conference Center, Abuja Continental Hotel, Abuja. Nigeria's productive self-reliance of leadership, industry, and innovation in policy implementation. Under the chairmanship of His Excellency Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, GCON. Special features include the 3rd edition of Nation Builders Award. His Excellency Chris Akomas, PhNIM, Chairman. Mokhtar Shewshagari, Deputy Chairman North. His Excellency Barrister Hazim Bolarumi, Deputy National Chairman South.
The community of persons with disabilities in the 2025 election on Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in partnership with TAP to drive inclusion of persons with disabilities in the different disability clusters will have access to various electorals. Buying glasses for persons with a ballot guide for the blind. Election instructions for the deaf and priority voting for all persons with disabilities. Of Section 54, Sub 2 of the Electoral 2022. Come out, exercise your civic rights. By TACA and European Union through its support to democratic governance in Nigeria, EU SDGN2 program.
I know, I've missed
646. Get all the time to catch up with friends and loved ones. Free with Glow Talk Master. minutes and get 6 minutes free plus 50 MB. Now start 6 cash. Glow subscribers also enjoy 2,000 and time welcome bonus. That's right. Every time you make up to 6 minutes of calls, you get 6 free minutes plus 50 MB data. Simply dial 6 to enjoy Glow Star. That's right. 50 MB free data to connect and share.
Education is about what you know, about who you become. Now, University of Nigeria, we offer a student-centered experience designed to help you grow in knowledge, character, and 8 dynamic faculties: health, engineering, computing, mental sciences, management sciences, arts, science. Our students are challenged and supported every step of the way. Leadership, responsibility, and innovation in students through hands-on learning. Mentorship. Future deserves more than a certificate. It deserves capable change makers like you. Nile University of Nigeria. Beyond.
With Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener. It's infused with nutrition oils and conditioning proteins. So you can goodbye to hair breakage. Wow! Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener.
Thanks for staying with us and welcome. For centuries, countless sons and daughters of Africa were taken away in chains, never to see them. But today, the tide of history flows in reverse. As we retrace those painful footsteps and reconnect. For the 5th year running, the ancient town opened return. Symbolic homecoming that welcomes people of African descent from across the world back to their roots. Henrik Bilayi was there to capture the emotional moments of this.
Journey of Return as to the diaries of African history. It is the first Atlantic voyage of enslaved African past, a one-way by man's inhuman treatment to his fellow man. Period is etched in the memory and their descendants across the globe. As the door of no return was initiated in West, most of the slave occurred. Now, it's been flipped to a more wholesome concept that would in socio-economic life and ecosystem of African countries which were slave destinations. Brilliant colors of cultural display tourists. This come especially for those willing to.
Oh, this process that we are doing for the door return, more of them can make to heal the past.
To the Brazilian society, and it will be foreign policy to foster this kind of
NIDCAM chairman Abike Dabiri Erewa described the festival that knocks off more than such as a multi-dollar means for people to and facilitate trade.
I keep saying what we earlier: spiritual, physical, economic, and it's not about the past, but reflecting on the past. the present action.
It comes also the plans are on the way to make the coming festival grandeur maiden voyage from the Americas. The first symbolic day of return erected in 2017 with Nidcom boss Abiked Erewa the breed fruition.
Well, it's good to be home, like the suppose, no place like work. In the heart of Abuja is a hill commanding an often hill, the part of Nigeria, where to breathe. Let's join our correspondent Victor Azu as he climbs its rocky path to the vision from the center.
We're climbing up the hill to locate the center of Nigeria at the of the Every nation has a heart, a single point that is balanced. Nigeria point Katampe Hill in Abuja, the geographical center of the country. Independence, 65 of a journey still unfolding. Each step is symbolic. To find balance and my way up is coming within area. Personal climb. It gets full as we ascend the hill. You see the beautiful us, the roads, and the people. In the distance, you see other hills, and now to locate the very center of the country, not where we are now. Marker, simple. It quietly declares, this is the very center of Nigeria. Few ever come here. Abuja was for its unity, a meeting point between regions and identities. Stand would feel that at difference, there's still common ground. Nigeria, you find connection and a reminder that the climb towards unity. One step, one citizen.
Thank you, Victor, for that report, and I'm sure you had a very long sleep after climbing the hill. And for those trying to lose weight, very report a very important staple food rather from city market remains one of Nigeria's staple foods, a humble product of cassava that fits every day beyond its affordable a major income for small-scale entrepreneurs drive and sustain life in its communities. The benefits of Gari production, highlighting the process putting cassava into the golden grain of our nation.
Cassava, a staple of Nigeria from Gari and flour. It's a life feeds every day, yet despite abundance, means insufficient and reason for households that depend as their main source of carbohydrates. Gone anonymous with status and today is a delicacy for us, especially those.
Sorry? Drinking very much. I always drink it before I go to sleep.
I'm taking it with milk and granules to make it balanced.
Just a secondary school education needs to raise funds. Madam Mujidat says, according to it, now he is of more than 3.
God really helped me. Business. Yes, I have built my home. I want to hide grass.
Where smoke rises from pits and women different tone. Producers hence the icon modern equipment, better support to efficiency and
at least government to more to encourage to encourage processor.
From farmers to traders and consumers along the cavalry of fluctuating prices to post-harvest losses and limited access to facilities
at all levels to play a major part by facilities and good road transport while enhancing the standard of rural processor machines towards of cassava processing machinery to be available a site.
On social media, Gary is said to be a trusted friend. Well, some everyday now about a snack with that Gary chip. Yes, that crunchy delight, one of his favorite local treats. Come explore the story behind the golden delicacy loved across generations. Fatima Usman takes us on this journey.
That's with a handful, crushed and fried to perfection. What comes out? That irresistible crunchy dish called kuli kuli. To city markets, kuli kuli has earned its spot as Nigeria's all-time favorite up in the morning, quick when the munchies strike.
It's on Saturday and Sunday. That is usually our break. And Gary is a lifesaver. Especially when I come back, also kuli and eat. Wow.
Like to do with rabbis, you've had the kuli to with Gary, and then we do all the whole process.
No students food. Kuli the ground we can use it to moringa we the moringa leaf.
In Niger State, the home of the best kuli kuli, women like have been in the business for over 5 years, and Habiba, who's giving snack a modern twist, are redefining local and insold.
The country and beyond, which has increased greatly.
We have different variants. Of course, we are launching some others too, but currently we have the coconut, the system, the dates.
At least I have like every day, apart from Saturday and Sunday. But we produce
one ride of hives and now making waves beyond Nigeria's borders, partly, but smartly, and tasty as it is taking its place international snacks.
Currently, our NAFDAC, SON, HP, and FDA certificates, we're able to export our products to the diaspora.
It has been great. People used to come to the world may soon catch on, as have known all along, that kuli isn't just achieving the revolution.
I concur. Entertainers, it's going global too now in different. It's that time again when the Obi of Onitsha commune with its people in a colorful tradition and Thanksgiving that the annual Ofala Festival brought together Onitsha from its heritage, appreciate a fruitful year and renew the bond between the throne and people.
This story, some through words, others through dance in Onitsha. That's through the figure of the royal pageant that unites unity, pride. Fala come the Igbo words of four meaning of in land together symbolizing the clarity over his people and territory. Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Nnemeka Achebe, makes his majestic appearance after days of and spiritual renewal. In full regalia, he performs the traditional war dance, a symbolic expression of strength and praise songs of his subject. Their graceful dance while various villages and pay homage, renewing their allegiance and reaffirming the deep bond between the throne and the people.
And it promotes resilience and upholds our enduring communal values. Our community development program under the Advancement Foundation.
It was very important for Mr. President, for us, for me, to come and represent the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also to show the kind of partnership and the impact that this culture has in terms of how we can boost Nigeria.
The caliber of sponsors: Unlimited, Best Hero Lager Beer, Origin Bitters, Unilever, and Zenith Bank, under the auspices of QVT Media, underscore their dedication to cultural preservation, unity, and harmony.
It is proud to be part of this year's Ofala, celebrating with the good people of Onitsha. Thank you. And we want to keep drinking Origin and celebrate preserving our culture and tradition.
The second day transforms Onitsha into a carnival of color, a celebration of identity. Age grades in bright attires parade proudly before the Obi. Each display a reminder that tradition lives on through generations.
Celebration is fantastic. This year's Ofala is spectacular.
For the people of Onitsha, the festival symbolizes homecoming, a renewal of culture, leadership, and shared heritage. Continues to draw global attention. The Ofala Festival remains a shining of Igbo pride.
Just Newsline on the network service of the NTA. Let's take another break. More to come. To stay with us.
Now the babe they look, we know me they look am. Like the wakana, wetin dey call her Abba.
Hello, see, she don't cut follow.
On the face now, wetin now?
What's happened now?
Now so she dey do, she go say make I no follow babe talk, make I no look babe. Impossible.
Bros, abeg calm down now. Don't mind them, I go call you for phone. No be, bro.
Hello. Make I not lie, that babe said. She fine. I even call her number. We even we just dance.
Bros, what's in that?
Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. 50 meg data. 606. Welcome. Glow Unlimited.
And the National Product of Merit Award goes to...
The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria and the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimal of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Essential mineral natural extracts for overall and wellness. One soup a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and
Wow! Awesome! There's always more with Mr. Chef in the Mr. Chef Extra Jar promo. Buy the 100 cubes pack, get 10 free cubes. Buy the 50 cubes pack, get 5 free cubes. Available in beef, chicken, mixed spices, and all-purpose variants.
Changing, consumers are winning, businesses are serving, every consumer needs.
Yes, every business must play fair. Labor witness. Never promise the world, favor a village. FCCPC, promoting choice and
I don't like you. First with my money, kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Oh, but I just go. Tell me, say, nah, Devon King, so yeah, oh, she did use fry, oh. Yeah. Now, why did you love it, they sweets like this? The chicken, they crisp like this. Fried the plantain,
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil, available in stores near you.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new King.
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria. Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on, malaria gone.
Give more strength to your hair with Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener. It's with nourishing oils and conditioning proteins so you can say goodbye to hair breakage. Wow! Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener.
The entire family Izutuko Ngobi Nwajako of Ubulu Eziowele, Idemili North Local Government Area of Anambra State, announced the death of our beloved wife, mother, sister and auntie, Mrs. Eunice Okwenu Ngobi Nwajako Ni Okafo, Ezine Gold, Innife, aka Electric Umwabala, aged 90 years. Burial arrangements. Thursday, 30th October by 5 p.m. Wake keep with the Holy Mass at her husband's compound in Ubulu, Eziowele. Friday, 31st October, 8 a.m. Body leaves St. Charles Borromeo, mortuary for husband's compound, 9 a.m. Lying in state at her husband's compound. Requiem Mass at St. Edward Catholic Church, Eziowele. Interment follows immediately at her husband's compound. 1 p.m. Condolence visits by her in-laws, friends and well-wishers. Reception at Eziowele Civil Center. Sunday, 2nd November, 9 a.m. Thanksgiving Mass at St. Edward Catholic Church, Eziowele. Mental soul of Mama, rest in peace, amen. Announcer, Chief Ikechukwu Nwobi Nwajako, son. JJMB is for the family.
Nice to know you're still there. Global beverage giant and maker of the popular soft drink Coca-Cola has reintroduced its iconic Share a Coke campaign, rekindling personalized connection and consumer excitement across Nigeria. This latest edition is specially designed to connect with Generation Z and create social. The campaign also comes with a reward twist with 1,000 naira cash prizes and 10 new millionaires emerging each week. Diana Ajale's report is hereby presented.
Aside from the fun filter, what was unique about the Share a Coke campaign is of infusion and current young audience.
Personalized connection you make. It's about having your dinner party with friends. You
is the
like Coke bottles with my names and
multicultural society like Nigeria, over 250 ethnic groups. What we did is to work with a lot of our consumers to get to know from them what they like, bestie, sabi girl. We want to share hope, we want to share friendship, we want to share.
To be here, I'm having so much fun, and I want to be part of the winners.
Highlighting the available site, the 250 million naira up for grabs. Senior Director Marketing Coca-Cola Nigeria, Yusuf Moritella, says consumers also stand a chance of winning millions of naira in cash and other prizes through 50 cl Coca-Cola bottles available nationwide.
Daily, there are over 4 million prizes and cash to be won. So for us, personalized to also win some. Our target audience is every Coke consumer.
One Day Coke was among several musical artists that thrilled the audience with theatric performances. Share a Coke is designed to run from the month of October to December 31, 2025.
Let's shift attention to women empowerment. Ensure the lives of others better. Attain a positive rise, keep rising. Those were some takeaways from the 7th of the 3 Women Africa Conference 2025 held in Lagos. A global entrepreneurial insight, growth, empowerment, and healing. Also featured 4 young women entrepreneurs with business grants to further ventures.
From catering to their families, engaging themselves in various activities just to earn a living that will support the home, contributions to national development, the role of women cannot be overemphasized. This gathering is therefore designed to further empower visionary young women, ages 25 and 45, with that will fast-track elevation endeavors.
We continue to put value on the table. First of all, is the passion to ensure that women thrive. And so, with that, every year and everything that we do, with our different making impact.
Otherwise, it's not worth this year's conference featured several global thought leaders, business presidents, whose presentations focused on how women can be uplifted and achieve their purpose in life.
Gender doesn't restrict you. The key thing is knowing where you want to go, that vision.
There's always a elevation and the vision that comes from that.
Somebody who elevates will be elevated.
Life should not be revolved around your family. There's a whole lot God has ahead of you that the whole world has to see.
High point of the event was the presentation of checks to winners of 360 Africa 2025, who distinguished was among over 1,000 entrepreneurs that pitched for this. Victoria Duru of Wakamedics Healthcare Limited went home with a prize of 5 million naira. Bola Paint and Chemical Limited 3 million, while other winners, Cornerstone Beddings and the Recycler with her unique name, Climate Lady Bamboo, were given 1 million naira each.
Leave my job in the air ambulance space just to have children. How many more women need to leave their job? I decided to help these women achieve pregnancy. Just 3 years of my existence, I've been able to help 169 women have for reminding that my dreams are. We need that support. I want to say a very big thank you to the convener of this great event for putting this together to support businesses like us. We are grateful.
With the theme, Elevate, Influence and Impact, according to the convener, Yvonne Chioma Ofodile, as equipped with the right knowledge, the conference also aims to assist women strive in their various capacities, provide funding, and support women entrepreneurs to grow their businesses.
Great initiative. Don't forget, empowerment is a key component of any thriving economy. Now, 50 years of giving voice to the voiceless, from one box to national institution. The Public Complaints Commission marked its Golden Jubilee, honoring a legacy, listening, resolving, and standing for justice. And so the Commission rolled out the drums to celebrate this milestone. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu brings us details.
Half a century ago, in 1975, Nigeria's leader, late General Murtala Ramat Mohammed, decided the ordinary Nigerian deserve a voice. Place to run to when no one will listen. You should have brought to the Complaints Commission the ombudsman standing as a bridge between city and authority. A little noble change then was the legendary ambassador of Metama Sule, the Damasan in Kano, a man whose words could calm storms and whose passion for justice light up every room. From dusty files to digital frontiers, the Commission has evolved with the times, reshaping its mission, affirming promise to every Nigerian to seek fairness, no matter how small the voice. 50 years later, the Commission is celebrating history and humanity. At its Golden Jubilee Gala Night, held alongside the 2025 Global Ombudsman, it was glitz, clam, and networking.
While we can be able to settle disputes, we are everywhere. We accommodate courts, we accommodate hamlets, we accommodate local governments, we accommodate, and we are internationally inclined.
Dignitaries, past leaders, tribute to 5 service sacrifice. Thereafter, and standing ovation, Pioneer Chief Commissioner, Ambassador of Metama was honored posthumously. His first son stepped forward to receive the most heart-warming story of the night belongs who very as a mess. Through diligence, he climbed the ladder to become the Director of Administration. Proof that, indeed, hard work, integrity, and patience still open doors in Nigeria.
Actually, it has not been easy. I was employed as a messenger on salary grade level 02 with the primary school certificate. Then I went to school.
50 years on, the Public Commission stands as a quiet hero, sitting when others shout, mediating where tempers.
Feels good, feels great, and we are proud of the commission.
It was such an experience that will live for the rest of my life in my heart.
Service to humanity is the finest form of justice.
Thank you, Ilyasu. The Gera family is in the news again for a colorful celebration of love and tradition. This time around, the businessman Isa Mohammed Gerawa hosted a grand wedding for his daughters that attracted dignitaries from across Nigeria. Here is the highlight of the event.
Gerawa Central Mosque transformed into a scene of joy and reverence as two families came together in a celebration of love, faith, and unity. It was the wedding party of Salim Sammani Muhammad and Aisha Isa Gerawa, Isa Umar Dauda and Hafsat Isa Gerawa, a union sealed with prayers and payment of 200,000 naira as dowry, in keeping with Islamic tradition. Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi, Minister of Defense Muhammad Badr Abubakar, and other dignitaries the occasion to honor Alhaji Isa Muhammad Gerawa, Chairman, Gerawa Group of Companies. As dusk settled, the mood shifted from sacred vows to a night of splendor. The wedding, a perfect fusion of culture and class.
It's not about perfection, but about patience, forgiveness, and commitment to one another.
I wish them marital bliss. I pray that Almighty Allah bless them with offspring.
I'm very happy and delighted because we've around the world.
Aisha is a very kind person and a very loving person. May Allah protect them.
She should be patient. They should be understand each other.
The newlyweds expressed gratitude to their parents, families, and well-wishers who journeyed from far and near to share in their happiness.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I thank God for this marriage. I would like to thank all people here, my family, my friends, and everyone for making this day memorable for me.
As the night drew to a graceful close, the air was filled with smiles, prayers, and bliss. How faith really and culture today.
Wish them more love and God's blessings as they begin this new term. Now, we are not done with weddings, and this time around, it's the fairy tale wedding of Salubi, a beautiful blend of Edo and Delta traditions. Emmanuel is the son of Musomola Salubi, retired Deputy Director of News, NTA Lagos Network Center. And as expected, the NTA family was well represented.
Vanessa, radiant in a gown that danced with the wind, walked down the aisle to a symphony of sighs and smiles as her beloved Emmanuel awaited her with eyes that told of journeys past and the future he couldn't wait to explore and build with her.
And I surrender myself to you.
Celebrate weakness, found rhythm in each other's beat, finally come together in a unit as it was, set amidst the gentle sway of garden breeze, the golden hue of October light, the poetic event where friends and family gathered from far and near, not merely to witness, but to be part of a story of love finally crowned.
They are not permitted to spend one day without talking to one another, without being kind to one another. But the most important thing is to have God in their lives.
Signed, sealed, and delivered, the ceremony moved to a grand reception. As the night melted into music, one thing became undeniably clear. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a celebration of something rare, real, and wonderfully radiant.
The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. Since they're looking up to God for favor, he has decided to find a wife. And it's a thing of joy that we are alive to witness this day.
Communicate very well. Communication is very, very crucial. And then take everything to God in prayer.
Fireworks, but with a spark, quiet, sure, and steady.
I wish for God to just bless our home continuously, for God to just keep on bringing everlasting joy to us. As we are the Barneys, we call ourselves the Barneys.
Bani, you know that Manny loves you so much. Vanessa is a very wonderful lady, and her calm, gentle nature was actually what attracted me.
Music star Timi Dakolo's presence and live performance of some of his love songs added more thrills to the reception. Joy spilled from every corner with laughter and excitement as hearts danced.
Is a virtue which every man must possess.
I pray that the love, joy, and peace of God will continue to reign in their home.
Celebration of love it was. Flavors, colors, and cultures were on display at the traditional marriage rites of Vanessa and Emmanuel. And all the razzmatazz that accompany such traditional ceremonies is not in short supply in a union blessed by family, sealed in tradition.
Congratulations to the lovebirds, and may they remain in love. And we do apologize for the loss of audio in some parts of that report. Now, let's journey to Jamari in Bauchi State. The nation still speaks in the language of drums and royalty. This time, the three lustrous sons of the land.
Recently in Jama'ari, tradition spoke louder than words when the Emir's palace became a theater of heritage, pride and honor. The event was the turbaning of three illustrious sons of the Emirates: Haruna Alfa Ahmad as Talba, Muhammad Ahmed Al-Khali as Danruwata, and Sani Gidado as Marafa of Jama'ari, each recognized for their service and devotion to the community. By the Emir Nuhu Ahmad Wabi.
Our decision in the Emirate Council that all those who have been honored with the traditional title must come forward for turbaning, because some have stayed for over 10 or 15 years without turbaning. So we made it a duty upon ourselves that it was to be them awarded these titles by my late father. They have been performing diligently for the progress of Nigeria. It's just to continue with what I've done.
For the new title holders, it was a call for service and responsibility.
I feel highly elated to have been blessed with this honor of Talban Jama'ari. I remain mostly grateful to the Emir, to the Emirate Council, and to my former governor, the one I served for over 8 years as Commissioner of Finance. We have done a lot toward development of the area. In the area of agriculture, education, we have improved the quality of life, doing everything possible to ensure that we contribute immensely toward the development and uplifting of the status of our people.
This is something we have been looking forward to for the past 2 decades, because he got his title, and we thank everybody for supporting making it possible.
Guests and dignitaries from across the country as a royal right, as well as celebrates unity.
Thank you so much. Now let's take another break. Newsline will be back.
Back in 63, we landed Nigeria with nourishment, staying there. Now the nourish.
Hola, I enjoy the new tasty cream nourishing farm yogurt drinking yogurt. Contains vitamins D, E,
12 and zinc. Yogo. Original.
Mom, see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he starts every day with a cup of Bonvita. Bonvita. Prepare them to win every day.
Wow! Awesome! There's always more with Mr. Chef in the Mr. Chef Extra Jar. Buy the 100 cubes pack, get 10 free cubes. Buy the 50 cubes pack, get 5 free cubes. Available in beef, chicken, mixed spices, and those variants.
TerraCube is available in beef, chicken, and burgers at attractive prices of 100 and 500 naira.
TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Gives you both dark fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance Max, powered by Black Carbon. Skin is for playing it smart. Nivea is for skin.
The world needs. With a splash of golden terra oil, a mom can transform a entire range into yes please. Family feuds without a whistle. Provide tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heaven, but no even taste. A right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. 1 cube, endless.
What's true leader? Is it being the first to start? For over a decade, one has always led in front. That is Bet Naija. Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One-Up, Bet Boom. Not just features, with unbeatable odds on over 300,000 live matches, you're playing to. Just another reason why Bet Naija is Nigeria's #1.
My mama no lie, yo. Food the way sweet, now money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Ogbonge just the arrive, oh. She tell me say nah, devil things. Yeah. Now why did your love it this sweet like this? They crisp like fried.
Soya vegetable oil available in stores near you.
Wow! Awesome! There's always more with Mr. Chef in the Mr. Chef Extra Jar promo. Buy the 100 cubes pack, get 10 free cubes. Buy the 50 cubes pack, free cubes. Available in beef, chicken, mixed spices. It was very.
Thanks for staying with us. Have you ever told a lie or been hurt by one? From harmless lies, deceit. Lying is something many admit to. But people do it. Is it shame, survival, explores the roots, consequent ripple effects of deception through voices of citizens, psychologists, and religious leaders. Let's hear from her.
Of consequences that can break trust, damage relationships, and even take a toll on mental health. From children lying to escape punishment to adults twisting the truth at home, in offices, or in relationships, dishonesty has become a common social behavior. Experts say the more people lie, the easier it becomes as the brain gradually becomes desensitized to guilt.
Lies of confirmation means when people tell lies as a result of memory lapses, and they believe that it's true when they're telling such lies. These white lies are being told by the government officials, politicians, to cover up some, certain things within the government rank and file. Then we have what we call pathological lies. Some people tell lies because it is inherent in them.
But the big question remains, why do people lie? No matter the reason, lies can eat deep into the fabric of trust.
Some are telling lies in order to cover up, to avoid hurting someone's feelings.
Because of fear. Fear of unknown. The person will now tell lies in the courts to avoid being jailed.
The danger, experts warn, is not just in the lie itself, but in the lasting damage it causes to human connection.
We all know that all liars, their place is lake of fire according to the scripture.
Many places in the Quran, you tell lies, God will not be happy with you. You see, a liar can never be a leader.
Of lies amounts to an offense under the Nigerian law when such lies are told on oath.
Are children even aware of this? Many start lying early, sometimes to please, sometimes out of fear, unknowingly, setting a pattern that could shape their future relationships.
I am going to church, I am not going to tell lies. It can take somebody to hellfire.
So, what could be the way out? Psychologists believe honesty, empathy, and open communication remain the best tools. Teaching children early about the value of truth and creating safe spaces where adults can speak without fear of judgment may be the first steps.
Be true to yourself, although in many cases truth hurts. And for those habitual liars, earnestly seeking truth, the advice remains: see a mental health professional.
While it is a stock in trade of some persons do not condone lying. Own up, take responsibility, promote true values, and remember, God is always watching. Now, nails are one of the most visible parts of the human body, often reflecting personal style and grooming habits. In the past, simple trimming and like but today, artificial nails have become a major fashion trend, especially among women. Beyond the glamour, however, are growing concerns about nail damage, infections, and other health risks linked to excessive use of artificials. The beauty may be a silent toll on our health.
Natural nails, their own charm, simple, healthy, and beautiful in their natural process. But lately, concerns are growing over the rising trend of excessive nail curing, overfiling, and the constant use of artificial or acrylic nails that often involve harsh chemicals.
If you are able to use nails, then you can fix. If you cannot use the nails, you leave to fix nails.
When I fix my nails, I won't be able to turn the market, and I won't be able to, it will inconvenience me.
Maybe when I have occasions, I can do fixing, but
and on the natural nails, when you use the polish to polish it, it won't only bring out the beauty like when it's been polished on the artificial nails.
Over the decades, artificial nails have evolved into a fashion statement with imaginative design and eye patterns. Fingers stand out, but the question remains: how safe are these?
Cortical file, cotton wool, those things. Sometimes, our customers, due to rush now, they will just use the one we've already used. The one has already contained the virus.
Some customers do come in and want to repeat people's corticals, which is not right. Hence, we tell them no.
I like fixing nails. I can paint my nails, but not fix.
A stylist. So when I fix nails, I cannot walk
and I can't wash my clothes. I'm not comfortable with it.
While nail enhancements are glamorous, concealing wrinkles, and discoloration to give the hands a youthful look, experts that beauty is at a cost.
This artificial nail, when you fix it, it's not good for you to force it out. When you force it out, and some women don't have hands. With the injury, they will still want to fix.
As a person that is technical advanced in the business and you're using a pharmaceutical product and you see a reaction in your own personal hand, you should stop using the products because it will definitely have an effect.
Improper sterilization of tools, allergic reactions to chemicals, and repeated fixing that lead to sealing or cracking of the natural as the growing health concerns.
Some ladies have their nails for more than 80 years. They don't have their nails. And there are some that will fix it one day and they start having issues with their nails. Some people have very light nails and they want to remove it now and still fix it now. Very light nails. They have a strong surface which will not allow any bacterial infection to penetrate inside of them. Personal hygiene matters even when you are fixing nails or you're not fixing nails.
Because as you're filing, you need to file the nails. When you have wound from there, and why the wound will not die because the nails, it's on top.
Naturally, making of nails is not bad. Depends on the quality and the type you're going for. It doesn't change anything. If my wife loves making nails, I'm comfortable with it.
For many women, nailed art is a fashion, a form of self-expression, creativity, and confidence. Yet, dermatologists and manicurists alike advise moderation. They say giving the nails some breathing space can prevent decay, infection, and long-term damage.
I think I know the response actually, but just to and then pick things very, very difficult. In all, don't get botched. Now, what could drive one human to take the life of another? Anger, betrayal, or sudden control? It's the question haunting residents of Idoji community in Okene local government area of Kogi State after a young lady reportedly stabbed a man to death. According to David Sogun, who visited the scene of the incident, brings us details.
A usually peaceful community in Okene local government area of Kogi State was thrown into mourning in the early hours of Thursday, October 2020, in the gruesome killing of one Issa Momo, reportedly stabbed to death in his room by a lady. Eyewitnesses say the silence of dawn was shattered by Issa's desperate screams for help. One of the first responders told Newsline she rushed into his room, only to meet the 50-something-year-old man in a pool of his own blood, clutching at a young woman.
She heard an officer, who was in his late 50s, from his room. Rushing to the room, she met him bleeding from his neck, holding on to a lady's hijab.
So she finally met my dad with a knife on the floor that she couldn't move. He couldn't move himself again. That's why she quickly ran down to call her dad, order dad to assist her. As her dad on his way upstairs, and he met a lady called the lady putting on hijab with blood stain. The only chance he had to hold the lady's hijab so and be screaming.
In a frantic bid to save his life, family members and neighbors rushed him to a nearby hospital, but doctors pronounced him dead on arrival.
The story so far is that the girl in question, she's a married woman, and she's just 21 years old, and she lives up here, close to the house. According to the girl, she made a lot of things that he has been disturbing him. I don't know, but he's disturbing her actually. Trying to defend herself. So I don't really know except God that knows what's happened.
Police authorities have since arrested her, while investigations are ongoing to uncover the motive behind the tragic incident that has left the quiet community in shock.
This is sad indeed. We will follow up on this case and bring you. Let's take our last break.
Hot chocolate, crafted from cocoa, milk, and sugar. Creamy, chocolatey, frothy goodness, rich taste, satisfying.
Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate, the treat you deserve.
Stress with mega. It's infused with nourishing oils and conditioning proteins so you can say goodbye to hair. Mega leave there.
When it's bright and early, get your breakfast right. You need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Stay in power, you find it all in Peak. Every move you make, Peak's got you all the way. And the
on every morning with our Peak breakfast to make the most of every day. For your Peak.
Guys, food is ready.
Cook to impress.
Nivea Black and White deodorant, now with 72-hour protection. But what does that mean? In 3 days and no fear of sweat and odor. 120 dances with skin as smooth as the moves. Sweat, stain and odor protection. Nivea Black and White deodorant. Skin is for embracing life. Nivea is for skin.
Wow! Awesome! There's always more with Mr. Chef in the Mr. Chef Extra Jar promo. Buy the 100 pack, get 3 cubes. 50 cubes pack, get 5 free cubes. Available in beef, chicken, mixed spices, and all-purpose variants.
Each year, Oko community braces for a familiar visitor, the flood that steals sleep, sweeps dreams, and silences the laughter of children. Yet, amidst the rising water stands an umbrella of their ancestors, refusing to drift away from the land that birthed them. Here, hope has become their altar.
Extremely South to state. Flood, recurring smell, year after year. The people brace return, not come, but when and what destroyed. Behind me is what used to be one of the bustling parts, linking Oko Amakom to Oko Anala, completely taken by forcing residents to depend on canoes for their daily movement. For many, this is more just a disaster. The River Niger has once again overflowed its banks, swallowing homes, schools, churches, and farmland. For farmers, it's another painful harvest. Farmers reap prematurely or watch their crops perish underwater, while children wait readily for their parent counts their lives.
We need from the government. That is all we need.
They go for camp, but the camp no day. They carry.
When flood come, buyers go they rush. The thing we for sell 20,000, you go sell at 5,000, so that they spoil for your house.
Nurses and pharmacists struggle to serve patients as floodwaters treatment areas, turning healthcare delivery into a battle of endurance.
A lot of them are complaining of this typhoid, malaria, and even cholera. Just a week, a young man just called, and before I could come to this place, the child just passed on.
With all 6 villages of Oko submerged, the traditional ruler, His Royal Majesty Eze Oswan, Ak Oko Kingdom, laments the devastation and calls for urgent intervention.
Every year we pray that if the flood is coming, let it not be much, to enable us be able to preserve so many things, not wasting all we labored for the whole year. It's very devastating, honestly. Very maturely every year, wasting a lot of labor for.
So far, no government officials have visited since the floodwaters rose. These appeals have gone unanswered. For the people of Oko, aside losing property, hope and heritage are also lost. Their message is simple. They seek not pity, but a lasting solution.
Hopefully, on channels, and it should be a peaceful story next rainy season in Oko. And as the journeys end, yet the stories live on. Each tale reminds us that home is not just a purpose. As the night deepens and the lights dim, may we keep our hopes alive in every return, every climb, and every daring, because every story we tell is a bridge to who we are. This has been Newsline Tonight. We thank you for watching. Good night.